Let's get this party on. Okay. Chapter 15, Defense Mechanisms of the Host. Overview. Okay. In this chapter, it talks about the parts of the host owned by that gives defense against infections. The topics in this chapter is autoimmune and psychological systems that can detect, recognize, and destroy foreign substances, and the response that an individual long-term immunity or resistance go to infections and diseases. Okay, immunities. The host defense are considered a multi-level network of intimate pre-existing protection and adaptive immunities. This is referred as the first, second, and third lines of defense. These three lines of defense provide complete protection against infection. The first line of defense includes any form of barriers that blocks invasions at the portal entry so nothing can get in. This line of defense limits any access to the internal tissues of our body. The second line of defense, internalized system of the protective cells plus fluids, includes inflammation of psychosis. Third is required on a person's basis of each foreign substance is faced by white blood cells called I can't say this word, liptos. The goal is to make the lymphocytes that only adapt to each person. Invaders, the reaction with each different microbe that produce unique protective substance in cells. The common parts of the microbe, as seen again, provides long-term immunity. And then we'll and then the function. The lymphocytes are white blood cells. Okay. Healthy functioning immune systems. Antigens, another word is marker. Non-self pathogens. Associated molecular patterns are PMPs. Pattern recognized receptors, PRR. Okay. Tissues, organs, and cells participating in immunity. Molecular phage system, MPS, and that is described as the extracellular fluids. And then the extracellular space has been found to contain lymphofluids, and these spaces plus other fluids are called lymphatic system. Compartments line network of vessels, cells, and specialized accessory organs. Some functions provide a route from the return of extracellular fluid to the circular system. Fluid, plasma-like liquid, carried by the lymphatic circulation, created when blood components move out of the blood vessels into extracellular spaces and diffuses or migrate into lymphatic capillaries. Another one acts as a drain. Lymphatic vessels. Vessels transport lipids is constructed along the lines of blood vessels, never subjected high pressure, similar to thin-walled veins than to thicker-walled arteries. Primary, and that is the sites when immune cells are born and the location where they mature, which I think was interesting because I didn't know that. These are considered primary lymphatic organ. Immune cells become activated, reside, and carried out their functions are called secondary. Red bone marrow, which I didn't think was a thing, but I guess it is. Important intersection between circular system and lymphatic system. And then the site of T cells maturation originates in embryo as 2 earlobes in the lower neck region that fuse together to form a triangular structure. Lymphatic originates in the bone marrow as native T. Locates migrates to the to complete maturation. Lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are small, encapsulated, looks like a bean organ, which I thought looks like a bean, which I thought was interesting. Organs stationed usually in groups or in clusters along lymphatic channel and large blood vessels of the throat and abdominal cavities. The spleen. Lymphatic organs located in the upper left portion of the abdominal cavity. Primary function removes worn out red blood cells from circulation. Most important immunity function boosters of form over blood. When arrived at the spleen, are engulfed by macrophages. Adults can live a normal life without a spleen, while children are more prone to being immune compromised. This acts like a storage house that can be released in the event of hemorrhage. Impressive. This can hold up to 1 cup of blood. Another and then I'll go back to lymph nodes. Major aggressions of nodes occurred in a loose connective tissue of the armpit, groin, and neck. These are responsible to filter out materials in the lymphs and provide appropriate cells for immune response. The outer rim is called the cortex, T lymphatic, and the portal, I can't say that word, area, and B lymph nodes and macrophages and the medullary sinus. Continued tissues, organs, and cells participating in unity. Associated lipid tissues, discrete bundles of lipids, lymphocytes at a lot of sites and or under the skin and vesicle surfaces all over our body. Skin-associated lipids tissue is called salt, and the mucus bottom of tube, leaving behind plasma and clear yellowish fluid on the top. Serum and plasma are practically the same. Serum is clear fluid from clotted blood, and serum is often used in immune testing and therapy. The blood. The blood, the substance that travels through arteries, veins, and capillaries, is a whole blood liquid consisting of bloods are in plasma. These cells' densities cause them to settle into an apical layer at the bottom of tube, leaving behind plasma. Okay. A survey of blood cells. Production of blood cells is a hematosis, the primary source of new blood cells that are in bone marrow. These cells are produced or made continually in the bone marrow and subjected to a bunch of growth factors and hormones that cause them to change. Back to this one. Associated lymph node tissues. Associated lymph node tissues, also called mount. The tonsils is a round ring. It provides an active source of lymphocytes. Is located in the The intestine tract house. The best collection of these lymph tissues are called gut-associated lymph tissues or GALT. The mononuclear cytoid system is a family of cells comprising bone marrow, proteins, blood, microcytes, and tissues, macrophages. And then cytokines, critical for cell communication. These substances are products of multiple types of cells, including monocytes, macrophages, lymphocytes, fibroblasts, mast cells, pellets, and the end of blood vessels. That's a lot. Some examples are intricline, macrophages, B cells, dendritic cells, and B cells, T cells. And then histamine, mast cells, and basophils, blood vessels, sensory nerves, and neutrophils.